What up, B?
What up?
No. So, a lot going on. I think today's Sonny's birthday, y'all, so he was out of town. So, we had to reschedule that joint with him. But,
Oh, okay.
but there's some lot of shit going on, man. You see all these motherfucking kamikaze drones Russia been sending at Ukraine?
That's because Ukraine whipping their ass.
Right. Right. That's crazy as a motherfucker. I said, God damn.
Biden say that he think Russia gonna drop a nuclear missile on them bitches. Like last week or the week before.
Boy, wilding, yo. Motherfucking Putin over that bitch going ham.
Mm-hmm.
What?
He
You
don't
know,
want,
man. No, that shit wild.
he don't want them join NATO, right? Because then if they do, you know the first thing they'll do is let us set up embassies and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
I honestly think America needs to stay right the fuck about that business.
it can't.
Yeah, true shit.
They don't never start in nobody's business. What's up, Ashley?
Ashley, what up? But yeah, yo, that's wild, man. Something else, yo. Hold on, let me pull up the current events, yo. But
Kanye West again.
oh, this Negro.
Man, Kanye. Besides that shit he said about George Floyd, I thought most of everything else he said was legit.
For real?
Look what's happening. The Jewish people's community silencing him. He lost a lot of shit recently. They canceled 3 of his shows.
4.
4 now.
It was 4 stadium shows.
He ain't on Twitter.
Nope.
But the thing he's saying, he honestly is true because he actually told him. He told Nori that they were gonna try to stop that podcast from being aired. I mean, they did it to Donald Trump. He was the fucking president, so yeah, basically what he's saying about the Jewish people is actually true. He said they run everything and they try to stop you from everything. And you know, like I said, I don't like Kanye. I don't support nothing he says, or he does. But if you try to stop him from speaking his mind, but don't do nothing to all that shit they do on Fox News, how fair is it? All that shit Joe Rogan them be doing on them shows, and what's the old dude with the long black hair?
Howard Stern.
That's right. Racist. They say whatever they want on them joints.
And I mean, ultimately, for me, because one of the things I've been learning with all of this is you got to be able to be objective about everything that you want to speak about, especially when you got a platform like this. Because when you pick a side, boy, they get you. Motherfucking Nori was going around, but I think Nori more or less was apologizing for not because his biggest issue was he doesn't watch the interviews after he does them. He said he said he felt like he was that good. I feel like I'm that good. I don't have to watch them. And basically what he was saying was he's apologizing for not having Because he's not saying that he didn't want to run it. He's just saying if he could have edited it better, he would have.
Wow.
I mean, about the George Floyd shit. Yeah, he did, Chuck. He knew. He knew them lawsuits was ready.
That's it. And that's Kanye's words.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can't have a podcast called Let Me Talk and then edit all shit that somebody say that's messed up. That's only their opinion. I don't understand why he said this stuff about George Floyd, right?
Because of hyping the Candace Owens documentary, yo.
Yeah, I refuse to watch it, but I know why he did it.
Yeah.
But she is a fool, and but everything else Kanye said on that joint, damn near true. I mean, they showed it's true. They trying to cancel everything he do. Mm-hmm. You gotta look up the definition. What was the little term he said?
What, the DEFCON 3 shit?
Look up the definition of it.
Yeah, I mean like all absolute defense or some shit, don't it? Like, or all out attack or some shit.
Nah, look.
Defense, yeah, defense. That's what I said. Defense.
All right, what does that say? That does not say I'm gonna attack you or blow you up.
No, absolutely.
I'm ready. He's readiness. It says readiness. He prepared himself for y'all to come do what y'all was gonna do. He already knew they was gonna counsel him. I didn't know what the shit meant. The way they made it, it was like he sent out a death threat.
No, that ain't what he. I mean,
the word says readiness, and that means
he did the shit on purpose. He said, I saw the Piers Morgan interview, and they asked him, and he said, "Yeah, I knew what I was doing. I did it like that on purpose." I was like, "Wow, that's crazy." But it's Kanye, yo. I haven't listened, man. And I said this at the barbershop the other night. I haven't paid attention to nothing Kanye said since. That was your video was good, but Beyonce had the best video of all time. I ain't listened to shit he said since then, yo. Like, honestly,
is a rich idiot.
Honestly, yo, like what? Like, who really takes any validity in anything that he says, especially when you know that he does that shit just for attention, and he's saying that he's doing that shit for attention. That shit to me, I'm like, man, whatever. That shit the worst.
It's that shit is the worst.
Because they letting it work. Listen, yo, the reason why Donald Trump went wild like he did was because people stopped listening to him, yo. Mm-hmm. He knew when he lost that election, people was not listening to him no more. So he did the shit he did that caused that shit to happen up there at the Capitol. Kanye, nobody, if you stop listening to him, stop listening to him. When you see some shit pop up on your timeline with him on it and it's audio, mute that shit. Scroll past it. He wants attention. When you give him attention, he does this goofy shit. That shit ain't no fucking mental health issue, man. That motherfucker know exactly what he doing, yo. And that interview with that Drink Champs interview made me realize it, yo. That motherfucker know what he doing, yo.
Kanye called him out. Kanye called him out on everything they doing wrong in this country, and he just said it in some wild ass ways. But if you sit back and you listen to that interview, that shit true, yo. You can say, all right, we can put up videos of rappers destroying everything. We can say how Puffy then hoard everybody. You can say how Suge Knight then hoard everybody. As soon as you say something about the Jewish people, that's all he's saying. You listen to that shit twice, because I'm the type of person that always trying to get an understanding. And throughout all his madness, I get some of the shit he's saying. Not everything, but it's right in our face true.
Again.
You can't say
All right.
nothing.
Okay, let's to that nigga.
You
man.
can't say nothing about Jewish people that been horning people forever. You can't say nothing about the LGBTQ. They're starting to counsel you for everything. If they start to take it wrong, what's the point of having freedom of speech? And don't get me wrong. I'm gonna say it one more time. I cannot stand Kanye. Kanye say some crazy shit.
You always say that though.
But the dude, he make a lot of good ass points. If you just listen to him, if you listen to him without a biased opinion or biased ears, you're gonna hear some shit. And all you gotta do is look around and see it's true.
I don't get stressed out because I don't listen to that nigga, yo. He's not gonna run my fucking press up, yo. I refuse.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take that shit that Kanye say with, like you say, with a grain of salt. Some of that shit you got to pay attention to, and you know what I mean. So ultimately, like I said, this shit is for attention. Like we know what it is. You know what I mean?
When he bought
that part.
When he wore the White Lives Matter shirt just 2 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go down and read all these comments, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see all these black people pissed off at Kanye. You got all these white people. Oh, Kanye, the genius. About time somebody step up. And as soon as a black man step up, he can lose and speak on something like this, he can lose his whole race. I'm reading these comments from white people. The very next week, Kanye started talking about them Jewish people. Everybody like, oh, that's messed up. He said that. It wasn't messed up about all the bad shit that he was saying about black people.
Right.
It was okay. Why ain't nobody shut him down for all that shit he was saying about black people? Why don't nobody shut down Candace Owens for all the shit she said about black people?
True shit.
Charleston White. Don't nobody shut Charleston White down for all the shit that he said about black people, but let him start talking about some bad shit about white people or Jewish people.
Yo, that motherfucking Charleston White. Wow. You saw that shit? You saw that shit I sent you?
I don't fuck with him no more.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. I was like, this nigga's a coon.
I seen another video of him from 2001 where he was talking about like I said, he made some great points. But Charleston White was just horn black people. They horn black people for ratings.
Right.
That's the shit.
Huh.
Axel, what's up, B?
Yeah, yo, the family suing Kanye for $250 million.
I don't know what made it. That was totally out of pocket and disrespectful. Yeah, he said the man ain't get choked out. If you look at it, the police knee wasn't on his neck.
He was hyped, but that was promoting that because he was at the premiere for her movie, her documentary about Black Lives Matter. He was at the premiere. Him, Kid Rock. It was a few people. I was like, oh, okay, now I know who pay attention to.
Yeah, them bitches clown.
Yeah, yo, I was like, oh wow, motherfucking Kid Rock too. All that pandering you do to black people, that's crazy. But what's good, everybody? Ashley, what's good? What's good? Axel, what's good, yo? Talk to me. What's the bee's knees? Got a couple shows coming up too. Tuesday, got a show coming up. We're doing part 2 of our coaching conversation. Y'all might want to watch this one. You know what I mean? Got the battle rap conversation coming up soon too. Just trying to get a few more battle rappers in line for this to happen. And we just gonna talk some shit with the battle rappers and find out where they get their inspiration and why they do what they do. For the most part though, yeah, man. She said she went to bed early last night and thought she missed the live.
Last night was Wednesday, Bama.
Last night was Wednesday, yeah. Even if we not on Tuesday, y'all, we on Thursday. Yeah, Kamala, my wife on Wednesday, Brick House Live. She be back next month. Bring it back next month. What's the date? November 2nd. She be back doing the all ladies panel. It's gonna be fire. Oh, she said she meant Tuesday. Nah, we ain't go live Tuesday. I put up a post, man. But you know, again, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Well, what the hell else going on? Yo, did you something I saw in the news. 17-year-old. Or was that something you shared? It was a clip of a 17. No, I think I saw it on TikTok. Police officer just got convicted of a murder for shooting at a 17-year-old. The shorty was parked at McDonald's eating a cheeseburger. The cop walked up to the car, pulled the door open. Shorty ain't realized he was a cop and went to try to back up. Motherfucker unloaded, let the clip off on him. Shorty closed the door and drove maybe a block away. Cop shot at him while he was driving away.
These bitches going crazy.
They got him for and I believe they got him for murder. Oh no, Shorty's he's in the ICU right now. He's in critical condition. They think he might die. They saying if he died, the cop gonna get charged with murder. Man. That's crazy.
That's insanity. They just doing whatever they want to do. I don't even know why. Out of all the political stuff that's going on, nobody talking about police brutality. It's not even brutality anymore. It's just straight murder. I seen a video of a dude, a police officer that shot himself, chasing somebody. And just started dumping on him. He missed the kid. He literally on his own body cam lying, saying that the kid shot at him.
That's crazy. But I mean, you know, they biggest. What she said, it was something about his tags, and the police rolled up on him. She said the cops saw him the night before too. Yeah, but he wasn't doing nothing wrong, if I'm not mistaken. The cop didn't say he was doing nothing wrong. He said he just saw the car and was suspicious. But why are they allowed? I don't know, yeah. That's crazy to me. Again, for me, that's a training issue. That's a training issue. It will always be a training issue. Because until you train these cops how, you know, a little bit longer than you do, we're gonna continue having the exact same shit happen that's been happening. And you know, we also got to stop doing too. We got to stop telling our kids it's not cool to be police.
Yeah, I don't know. Nobody want to be police.
Listen. If kids that grow up in these neighborhoods become police and work in this city, it might do a little bit better, yo. Because it's a lot of times, yo, where shit work out is because the officers have a rapport with the neighborhood and they know how to talk to people, yo. Like that play a big part in it, man. Like that public relations, yo. And if it's somewhere you grew up, yeah, that's true, Ashley. You can train them the right way and they still go do what they want.
Bruh. Fuck the training. They need training. We've been saying that for years.
Yeah, absolutely.
They need discipline.
True shit.
Everybody keeps saying sue. That's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit. Bitch, you suing me. The police don't lose no money out their bank accounts or nothing when they get sued.
True shit.
That shit comes from the citizens. Now,
True
look,
shit.
it's a thing going on right now. Police officers are scared to tell on other police officers because then they start harassing your family and family members and shit be winding up dead.
That's crazy.
They did a panel of police telling on bad white police officers.
Right.
All of them blackface. Sitting in the back in the shadows and shit. With the voice, with God in the voice.
Wow. Oh yeah. I didn't really want to go into this, but
That right. Family members winding up missing.
that's crazy.
Them bitches the best gang in America.
That's wild, yo. I mean, yeah, they absolutely are the biggest, definitely the biggest gang in America.
If you look it up, you'll see there's a lot of police officers getting tired of this shit. In some states, there's some accountability act going on that they're trying to promote. To where if you was a police officer and you was there and you watched it happen, you'd be held accountable too. Yeah. But police are scared of each other. They scared of them higher powers.
That's wild. I mean, we gotta put them, we gotta, like you said, the discipline has to be better. We gotta be better with the discipline.
Mm-hmm. When they get sued, either give them some jail time, or you could do just like you do us. Put us on probation. You know what I mean? When they're on probation, they got to go seek some therapy. We got to pay. We got to pay just to go to your probation officer. Then they want to piss you. You got to pay to go take a piss test.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers will get suspended and go sit at home for 12 days without pay. I mean, with pay. So they're basically just getting an extended vacation. They still getting their same pay. Shit. I'm telling you, every time I look it up, it's a lot of police officers that got more charges than me and you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't mean to do that. What the hell? I'm trying to. You said what?
We're trying to outshine somebody.
No, not at all. Not at all. I was trying to put this clip up. Kamala sent me this. What's her name today, yo? About slavery, yo. 5 states have it on the ballot or some shit, yo. So I'm trying to pull up the joint so I can post it. It's wild though when you see the shit. Like, that's crazy to me. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I want
right. Actually, outshine his co-host.
You're terrible, yo. You wildin'.
The world we live in.
Oh, word. That's how you feel. He said the world we live in. Cold B. No, I'm ready to post this joint up in the background so you can see it. Cause it's wild, yo. Like I gotta look up the story. But I meant to say something about that to you when I talked to you earlier. This shit wild, man.
Ain't nothing that goes on in this country to me any more surprising. Between Barack Obama being president and goddamn then Donald Trump. This world slipped back to 1940s.
You said back to the 40s.
Yeah.
I'll be damned. No, hold on. I'm ready to show everybody this real quick. Hold on. All right. Oh, shit. This cut off. But it say 5 states have slavery on the ballot for 2022 for midterm. So I'm trying to see what states it is. That's crazy, though. Yeah. Hold on. All right, but yeah. Anyway, hold on. I'm gonna move so y'all can see this picture. I was trying to add everything. Or maybe that's what I need to do. Present. Ah. Oh, never mind. All right, I got it. But yeah, the joint says slavery is on the ballot for voters in 5 U.S. states. Yo. 5. Okay, here we go. Voters in 5 states are deciding whether to close loopholes that allowed convict labor as an exception to slavery. More than 150 years, this is from Associated Press, Nashville, Tennessee. More than 150 years after slaves were freed in the U.S., voters in 5 states will soon decide whether to close loopholes that led to the proliferation of a different form of slavery, forced labor by people convicted of certain crimes. None of the proposals would force immediate changes inside the state's prisons, though they could lead to legal challenges related to how they use prison labor, a lasting imprint of slavery's legacy on the United States. The effort is part of a national push to amend the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution that banned enslavement or involuntary servitude except as a form of criminal punishment. That exception has long permitted.
Get out of here.
That exception has long permitted the exploitation of labor by convicted felons. The idea that this is a quote from Bianca Talek, executive director of Worth Rises, a criminal justice advocacy group. She says the idea that you could ever finish the sentence "slavery's okay" when has to rip out your soul, and I think it's what makes this a fight that ignores political lines and brings us together because it feels so clear. That's crazy, though. Nearly 20 states have constitutions that include language permitting slavery and involuntary servitude as criminal punishment.
I was just reading that same thing.
That's crazy.
But you know, if they stop it, it's gonna hurt a lot. It's gonna hurt a lot of revenue in a bunch of states. That's all they're worried about is money. Because you know, some of the most best like furniture and all that stuff is like made in prisons, and it's cheap labor.
Right.
Then they go sell that same furniture for $40,000 and put somebody's name on. They'll sell like these, you know, everybody got these little what are they? Oh, the fireplaces. Say you get somebody making in jail, you paying them like $1 a day or some shit like that, or some time off your time.
Right.
Knowing they lying. Now you sell it for $3,000. You making over you gonna make a profit on that thing. Say you sell it for $3,000, your profit is gonna be like 20, 28. You know what I'm saying? Because you had buy the material.
Right.
get this shit shipped to you, and then pay them.
Hey, yo. Oh, hold on. Jacqueline Gilbert said
She's saying exactly what I was just saying.
they must be trying to end it in prison. Prisoners forced to. Yeah, absolutely. That's wild, though. Man, look. I ain't because it. So if they ain't talking about root slavery.
Nah, they talking about
Yeah.
up and your ass, and they, like I said, making them a super big profit because it's free labor. That's the shit they been doing in the South with slavery. Anyway, anything that you want to know, all you gotta do is you gonna trace it back to money. Stop.
Right.
Every fucking thing they do is tracing it back to money. Man, let me tell you about this shit I just seen. I think I sent it to you. These motherfuckers genetically they ready to start trying to genetically make damn near all of our food. They genetically been making salmon for years.
Wow.
Every fucking thing we make to make it cheaper. How the fuck is we called the greatest country in the world when we the only country in the world that allows its people to eat genetically made food? Because it don't make sense. That shit have no nutrients. Everything that God ever created came from a seed.
Facts.
We eating shit that ain't got no seeds.
Like the seedless watermelon and shit like that you talking about?
I'm scared of that shit.
Seedless grapes and shit. You don't eat seedless grapes and shit?
Man, you can't hardly eat if we don't, you ain't gonna be able to eat nothing. Lettuce.
I don't eat watermelon, so I'm cool. Whether it got seeds or not, I'm good on that.
I mean, I love watermelon, but it's gonna be we almost at the point where though you can't eat nothing.
I just
You'll
bet
be
you do, buddy.
I'm scared of all of that shit.
I can dig it. Jacqueline Gilbert said, "I don't eat that seedless fruit." I can dig it. Much respect.
I know I don't buy it. I can tell you that. I can't say I haven't eaten it because
you be fucking them grapes up.
Yeah, because you'll be you just don't know because like I buy watermelon sometimes in them little containers. So to be honest with you, I never purchased a watermelon that didn't have seeds. I don't just go out and buy seed stuff. The thing that I noticed about it when I first started noticing, I never seen watermelons and shit look totally deformed like they do. All the stuff be deformed and super big. I seen some motherfucking grapes. Look like plums.
Big ass plum grapes.
No seeds. I said, man, ain't no way I eat that shit. I like the thought I'd buy that shit.
Man, them cotton candy grapes fire though.
Man, I ain't buying that shit.
I can't even bullshit be. Them cotton candy grapes good as a bitch.
They hit you off because they taste good, but then as you look, like down had no nutrients, no vitamins or nothing in them.
True shit. True shit.
They really ready to make this company. They're ready to make this company. I forgot the name of that fucking company. I've been listening to a lot of shit at work, right, while I'm strolling. And that's why I be forgetting the names of all that shit, because I be trying to work and pay attention to this crazy ass shit.
Yo, I like usually when I'm driving, I listen to podcasts, yo. I listen to podcasts or sometimes music, but a lot of times I'll be just listening to different podcasts like Drink Champs, $1 Million Worth of Game. People got me on the Pivot now. That's pretty good. But yeah, yo, like that's all, man. I've been trying to work on studying that shit, man. Cause I now that everything really opening back up now, we actually can start doing these motherfucking barbershop episodes now.
People ain't really, to be honest with you, Like I love doing this podcast thing. I love talking, but people ain't really doing nothing and they ain't really paying attention to nothing because we don't have a bunch of
Bullshit.
negative ass gossip going on, talking about fucked up things going on in everybody's life. We don't got no whole bunch of celebrities shit where it's all those shows, all they do is want to show the bad and negative and shit.
Absolutely.
I watch Nori them shit. Don't nobody want to hear nothing positive that's going on this earth. I'm serious. All they
Drink Champs wild.
Drink Champs is something like remind me of what we do when we in the barbershop talk. And back in the day we used to go to the barbershop when it was right next to a piece of Bowley's.
Right.
That was our spot. We would sit in that bitch, but shoot dice, all types of shit going on in there, and we'd be laid back chilling. But if your ass ain't got a whole bunch of drama on your podcast, we ain't gonna get no whole bunch of we not gonna get a million views and likes and all that shit because we don't just talk about drama. We talk about anything, and that's what I thought. I thought the podcast was about until I remember I told you I did the research and everything.
Right.
Research, everyone that I looked up that was successful. The first thing I noticed was they never let people talk, and all they do is beef, drama, or they want to hear everybody drama. They don't want to hear nothing sensible or soothing or something that can help you.
True shit. But again, yo, like, and that's the good part about it, yo. We control the narrative. We're never gonna do that kind of weird, goofy shit for real. We won't have to. And I was thinking, like, we can like we control our own narrative. That's the good part because the one thing about a lot of those podcasts too is they still controlled by a bigger umbrella.
Yeah.
Like we don't have that. You know what I mean? We'll never have to have that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna make it happen though. Like we're gonna keep it moving. The shit is the people that's supposed to watch it. I ain't worried about the people that don't. Fuck that.
Yeah,
they can go watch that. They can go watch that dramatic shit if they want to. We be on here, niggas might crack jokes, have some fun here and there, but like this shit ain't about trying to downplay or down talk anything or anybody for real. You know what I mean? Just niggas having a conversation about shit that we normally do. But at the end of the day, you know, people are gonna be drawn to what they be drawn to. But we talked about that before. We noticed it. Like when we first started, that first week, yo, we was damn near 30, 40 motherfuckers every night because we was wilding. Once we started putting some organization to it, then that's when the shit kind of fell down a little bit, or the viewership. But we still get viewers when we supposed to, and that's how I look at it. You know what I mean?
I really don't care. I just be I just like having the conversation that we have, and it make me research stuff and find out. Like I said with the stuff with Kanye, it makes you find out more about what they're talking about than just the drama side. I was trying to figure out the whole time, like, what the fuck is Kanye's message? And Kanye's message is that black people gotta get their own so they can talk all the shit they want to talk and do whatever they want to do. That's the only way everybody else doing it.
Again,
he got some fucked up ways of putting shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's all fact to me. Like 90% of everything he said was all fact.
Agree. A lot of the shit that he said, I understood the points that he was making. I think the one thing, right? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we be trying. Thank you. Appreciate that, Ms. Gilbert. Thank you so much. You know what I mean? We what the hell? Oh, okay. My bad, everybody. But nah, like I said, man, like ultimately, man, I want to start an entertainment company. Like that's my dream goal now. Like that's what I'm shooting for now. That's why I keep doing this podcast, and I'm gonna keep doing this podcast, and I want you to keep doing this podcast with me because eventually we're gonna get to that point like that, yo. Like I want this shit to end up being like almost like a little black CNN, but just we still talk ass shit. And we talk about the shit the way we want, and we control the narrative, yo. Like that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you can have 1 million followers, but if you don't own or control your narrative, then what do you really have?
That's fake. Because like Nori came on that bitch and apologized for
He had to because of sponsors.
That man said that shit. Nori ain't say that shit.
Yeah, but Nori would have lost sponsors if he did.
I know, but that's the narrative I'm talking about. That they, to me, is crazy. I'm not apologizing for shit you say. See, you my man. I might not agree with that shit, and I will tell you right on air, just like you would tell me right on air. I don't agree with what C said, but this the platform for him to get it off his chest. So y'all not gonna sponsor this man because he said what the fuck he wanted to say. That's crazy. How freedom of speech?
You don't have it.
We making speech a free dumb DUMB. If I could say something, I mean, you can't say nothing no more. That nigga said, Nori first said, I didn't know that freedom of speech wasn't free anymore. Didn't he say that shit? He said that shit several times. Nori ain't want to apologize, but he need apologize to keep that bread.
And he had to.
That's what Kanye said. That's why he said he went the DEFCON thing. See, Kanye's point is this. I'm already a billionaire. So they can't stop me because if you take all that shit away from me, I go buy my own podcast thing.
And he's streaming live on YouTube now.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why he was saying he said he gave a bank $150 million, some shit like that, right?
JP Morgan Chase.
That's right.
Yeah, Morgan Chase, yeah.
And they act that way towards, and they disrespected me and treated me like shit. How you think they treating y'all and y'all ain't got that?
Yeah, real shit, yeah.
He just ain't say it like I said it. He said it in a whole bunch of other ways, and basically he said it like that. But all I'm saying is, if you can stop one man from saying something and then have another grown ass man apologize for him, and then you got other black people sitting around, they saying, yeah, no, he was right for apologize. Y'all sold y'all soul. That's why y'all say he right. Because y'all can allow them to shut you down. Yeah, like Facebook can hear this right now and shut our shit off just because of my views. But it's okay for y'all to put up here.
It's always Twitch.
It's right. It's okay.
Always go to YouTube.
Exactly. But it's okay for us to sit up here and they show the videos, right? Of rappers, these young rappers just showed made a video of them telling people that they kidnapped somebody because he was a molester. I don't know these rappers' names. So like I said, I'll be catching all this stuff. This dude molest somebody. So this rapper and his two brothers kidnap dude. They got a video of the kidnapping. They come on the video and make on YouTube and make a video telling them, yeah, we did this to him. We did that to him. We kidnapped him. If y'all want to see the video, send that bag. Y'all want, they try to sell the video of them kidnapping a dude and pressing him. Now them bitches might do 75 years in prison.
Yeah.
This just happened. Why y'all ain't take that down?
True shit.
You know what I'm saying? Why y'all ain't take that down?
It's
okay for us to sit up there and talk about destroying ourselves, but soon they talk about it's just an ongoing battle. And the saddest part to me about everything is my whole life I always lived a fantasy life in my mind. I thought that by now at this time that after all we've been through with slavery, overcoming slavery, we still have not united to make a way for ourselves. We are so divided, and other races are so united that they benefit from each other on a daily basis. And all we do, somebody robbed somebody right in front of my house in broad daylight at 3:00. 2 or 3 black young males robbed what we call OG, who doesn't hustle no more, rides around in a fucking car trying doing Ubers or Lyft. One of them who doesn't be on the block hustling. What are you going to get from him to benefit? What are you going to get from him if he's not standing on the corner? Like, I'm living comfortably, I'm okay, right? I'm not rich. I'm not. If you rob me outside, you're not going to get nothing. If you run up in my house, you're not going to get nothing because my money in the bank.
Right.
I don't have no fucking safe. I'm not rich enough to have a safe.
Right.
I don't have no stocks and bonds laying around the fucking house. No, none of that shit. So y'all running around here robbing motherfuckers in the same neighborhood that you my neighbor. You trying to rob me, and you my neighbor. We both broke. The fuck you gonna rob me?
Right. Well, they say that though. Most people commit crimes against people that they are the nearest to, but it's and that's that. Like I said, that's that conditioning, man. Yeah, of course. Yeah, you said they're doing it just to say they did it. Yeah, and that's dangerous.
Life for nothing.
Believe it or not, it's motherfuckers out here that believe that make you.
Niggas got like toenail clippers. When you tell them what you got an old shirt that a motherfucker used to wipe their face, some deodorant, some mouthwash, and shit like that. That's what you. Then one dude was saying, kill him. Oh, shoot him. He like, man, I ain't got nothing. Why you gonna shoot me? You act like you trying to shoot me, like you know me, like I did something to you.
That's crazy.
And 3:00 in the afternoon.
Honey Blue, what up? What up, Honey Blue?
And we got cameras sitting right out here.
Yeah, that's crazy, yo. But like I said, man, that's one of those things, man, like where it's a mindset that just never left, yo. Like the conditioning, like you said, us against each other, like that shit started back with slavery and it just never left. That shit got so embedded into our systems and into our psyche that we've passed it along for generations.
That's the only thing we passed.
The destruction of our own people has been implanted in our brains so badly and so so detailed that we're numb to it. It's conditioning, yo, and we gotta, but that's why I say, yo, sometimes we gotta change the narrative, because when you change the narrative, then you change the mindset. When you change the mindset, then you can start to change people, because you can start.
Oh, you broke up, B. They silenced you, yo. They silenced you, B. The powers that be shut you down. C. Allen West. Yo, that Bama cable went out, yo. His Wi-Fi. He got that dial up. He got a shoestring going over his neighbor house from his house. Oh, can y'all still see cable? I mean, his Wi-Fi suck. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Bama, behind your back. I know you hear me. About that, he was telling me about the football game. I was telling you.
Yeah. All right, my bad, yo. I had to refresh the shit for some reason, man. Hey, yo, my
You see what
Wi-Fi.
Ashley said? Ready? Pass the collection plate around.
That's terrible, yo. That's terrible, yo. Hey, Ashley, and see what I'm saying? When we do make it big, yo, you was supposed to be one of our honorary guests. I don't know now. We might have to keep you in the comment gang, yo. That's terrible, yo. They turn on you soon as you,
right.
Soon as your Wi-Fi slow up a little bit, they turn on you, boy. Y'all was different at first. Damn, that's crazy.
Hey,
but
Captain, I'm the same way. I watch football, but I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with it like I used to. I don't buy all the jerseys and stuff like I used to have. I don't got no respect.
Yeah, I can't
I
tell you.
don't really have no respect for the players that didn't stand up for it. We stand up for them, but they ain't stand up for that.
And that's what I'm saying. They changed the narrative just enough to get people to come back. Exactly. Yo, honestly, and Kamala can tell you this, yo, I haven't watched an NFL football game since that shit with Colin Kaepernick, yo. Since motherfuckers started talking about boycotting the NFL, I haven't watched the game, yo.
I watch them. I don't buy
that's just real.
That's
just real. Like we have the right to control our own. Like I was saying before shit went crazy. That might be why they froze it up, because what we talking about, B, is a conspiracy. You know what I mean? They saying we don't need the man. We don't need the man, yo. But that's what I'm saying, yo. Like, we can control that narrative, yo. Imagine if for the next 2 hours we talk about what we want to talk about. We have people come on here to highlight the positive shit, because that's what I want to do next, yo. Like, I'm thinking about finding somebody to come through and do like a sports joint, yo. Not unless you want to do the joint where they come through and talk about the weekly shit or whatever. But I'm talking about for the youth sport, though. I ain't talking about professional and all that. I want to have somebody come through and talk about I want to do a live job fair. You think that shit might work?
That would be fire.
Like a live job fair where we have some employers come on the show and talk about who, like this is what I thought out. Talk about the type of candidate they were looking for the job, and then leave the information for people to email their resume. I want to have somebody come on here and talk about how to write a resume. I want to have somebody come on here and talk about how to get a job. I want to hire somebody to come on here to talk that's changing the narrative, and that's controlling the narrative, and that's showing people that we can do these things, we can achieve these things And if we can provide the conduit to make that happen, then I say, why the fuck not? I will continue to pay every month to StreamYard if I can do whatever I want and talk about whatever I want for 2 hours a week every week. And not have to have anybody else pay me to keep this shit moving. But once we get the LLC, but I'm going to be looking for sponsors that are Black-owned sponsors. I'm going to be looking for sponsors that are growing business, and we're going to sit down and we're going to talk business. You know what I mean? Like, this is what it's about, yo. It's about, like the name of the band, yo. It's about passing on prosperity, yo. Like, we got to be able to do that, yo. And that's the thing that our grandparents and our great-grandparents were able to do, yo. They was cool because if they had 5 heads of cabbage and you ain't have nothing but you had some bread, give us a loaf of bread, you get a couple of these heads of cabbage. That way both families got bread and cabbage. It ain't about trying to get over. Like, this shit ain't about that. Like, I want us to be able to highlight all of the shit. But I mean, and I was talking to somebody yesterday and they said, but you also got to talk about the rough shit too. And you got to be able to speak on that too to make people pay attention. And I said, I get that. I get it. But again, we can control what we say, bro. Like, we can say whatever we want. Yeah, I be joking when we be saying shit. I be like, the thoughts expressed by Mike, y'all not those. But like you said, like, nah, we ain't got to apologize for shit that we say. Hell no.
I'm not
for what?
Not to nobody for nothing I say.
And this is what I want people to understand. Like, Let Me Talk, the podcast, is exactly the title. Let me talk. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say. You just need to be able to stand on that business after you say it. Because it's not up to me and it's not up to Mikey to make sure that what you say is going to get you or not get you in trouble. That's not up to us. Our job is to open the door for you to be able to bring whatever you want to bring to the table. Now, what happens with that table after you put that shit on the table? Oh, well. You know what I mean? Don't sit at the table if you don't want to see people eat the food. Don't sit at the table. Plain and simple. But this train gonna keep
said down there.
How do we get people to wake up and listen? We have to change the mind. We got to change the narrative, man. Like, and I keep saying that. I know it sounds like just simplistic by saying change the narrative, but what I mean by that, I mean even in how we talk to each other. Even in how we talk to each other. When we're speaking to each other, we speak life to each other, then that makes that person walk away and hopefully speak life into another person, which makes that person walk away and speak life into another person. And before you know it, you got 30 people who woke up and probably didn't know what the fuck they was going to do for the day, now have given somebody else a reason to go through the day. And that's what I mean by changing the narrative. It's not just about showing certain images and talking about certain things with everybody. It's about every day. Changing the narrative should be a daily lifestyle. If you want to see better things, like, think about it. Like people say, when you want to get out of the neighborhood, what do you do? When you want to get out of a neighborhood that's dangerous, what do? You move somewhere else. You changing the surroundings, you changing your environment, therefore changing the narrative about how you want to live and how you choose to live. And the more that we do that, that's what's going to get people to wake up and listen. Like we said, we might have to talk about the tough shit. We might have to talk about the shit that's going on in the communities and say some harsh shit that's going to make people feel away. But if that's going to make people look and listen and start talking about it, that's what we want. That's what we want. We want people to speak like I told, okay, perfect example. I say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir to everybody I possibly can when I'm having a conversation. And that's kids too. Because if I do that enough, then that'll make them do that. Like, my kids do that now. But they do that because when I talk to them, I say sometimes when they talk, yes, ma'am, or yes, sir. When they ask me a question, hold on. I said after blue. I'm gonna post this right now. Hold on. She said, I said after blue, my 19-year-old asked me what about black on black crime. She said her aunt wear the blue uniform. I explained to her aunt listening to her co-workers call us everything but children of God, and she can't speak up. I told her there's no such thing as a blue life.
People crazy.
I respect that. I absolutely respect that because, yeah, like being a police officer is a choice. That's true. Being an officer is a choice. You know what I mean? Being black, you're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline, but you're born with it.
Hold on,
You know
I
what
need
I
you.
mean? But yeah, like I said, man, like eventually, like I want to work on these things, man. But it's about starting. Like I said, we're gonna start this entertainment company, man. But it's gonna start with this podcast, man. And I want to be able for us to control our narrative and the things that y'all see, and we're gonna make sure that we highlight exactly. Exactly, Jacqueline. Exactly what I'm saying. Like we have to, and that changes the narrative because you just and it like what you're and the kids don't realize it, but it's conditioning. You know what I mean? The same thing with manners. Just like we can condition our kids to do this and do that and whatever, we can also condition them to know how to speak to people and speak with respect and
I'm
talk to
trying
other.
to go ahead.
And I'm just saying, like I said, I was just speaking on the narrative thing. But go ahead. What was you ready to say?
The narrative. The reason why I like because I had got some inboxes a while ago talking about why I'm always seeming so negative when I talk about the our black communities and shit, right? And because the narrative that I tried to point out to them was, why do I have to move away from my people to live comfortably? I'm from the hood. I like hood shit, even though I'm grown. I just don't like all that violence.
Right.
All that trash shit on the ground. So what I was trying to say was, like, when we talk about narratives, why we can't fix our own hoods and live in them instead of going move to other people's hoods, and then all of a sudden we move into what we call a white neighborhood, and then we start going to council meetings, but you won't go to none here. You go to your HOA meetings once you move into a white neighborhood, but the ones that we have here, the better our neighborhoods, we got to move out of. We move from our neighborhoods to go have neighbors that don't even want us there. Right?
That's big facts.
But then right here, we call it hoods because that's exactly what happened. We took the neighbor part out of neighborhood and we roam in hoods. So when you was young, you always hear people say, shit, when I was young, I go right upstairs in 20 and knock on the door and bar damn near a whole Thanksgiving dinner.
Facts.
You can't even knock on your neighbor's door right now asking for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Broke ass motherfucker. You can't afford no peanut butter and jelly, broke ass motherfucker.
And even if they give it to you, then they're gonna wait and tell you, oh, this bitch got on new shoes and I just had to give her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right. That's crazy.
That with anything. I could have bought them shoes 6 weeks ago. But all I'm saying is, I'll be so disappointed and I'll be hurt like every time I leave out my house. Because take 4th Ward back in the day. They knocked all that shit down.
Yeah.
They built banging ass townhouses. These are some good townhouses.
Mm-hmm.
And we just trash it. I don't care how fucked up you live. Who taught you how to throw a whole plate of food that you don't want out on the ground? Who taught you that? And then say, oh, it's the maintenance man's job to pick it up. Nah, you threw it on the ground, But then you sit around and smoke weed. Your kids ride biking back and forth here. Your grandmother walk up and down here. Your aunties, your uncles walk up and got step around your food. Every morning I take my dog out, I got to pick his shit up. I hate picking up dog shit. But you know what I caught myself doing? Picking up 3 and 4 different dogs' poop. I don't feel like keep picking that shit up. So now, here's the conditioning part. Now that I keep saying it so much, I don't pick it up no more. But I know where it's at. So now I just dodge through it. What type of living is that? You dodging through dog shit. You dodging through ketchup packets so you won't step on ketchup packages from a whole styrofoam meal so you won't walk it in your own house.
That's crazy.
When you step, you down 20 and they sitting on a step and they got a circle full of spit where they just spit in the same spot the whole time because they sit there for hours. Right next to them is a whole thing full of sunflower seeds. When you get up off the steps, you wipe your butt off, sunflower seeds on your butt, blunt paper shit all on your butt. You wipe that shit off. All that shit been in somebody else.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's what I'm saying about the narrative. The narrative, we always change our narrative to better other people's shit. But
I see what you're saying.
Here we go living in our own community and we trash them. You know what I mean? We trash our own shit. But I feel the whole time I lived down 20 down in my whole life till I was like 28 years old. Right? I never lived nowhere else. The longest I stayed away from 20 was a summer. This God's honest truth. I stayed away for the whole summer at my Uncle Ray house in North Carolina. Until I was 28, that was the longest I ever stayed outside of 20. When I moved out parole from 20, the first probably year before I would go sleep, I checked all my windows, checked all my locks on my doors, every fucking thing. I felt comfortable around my people. I'm a hood dude. I don't even care what they do outside here except for the trash. If they want fuck up, I don't get how we got to where though if everything. Let me give you one last example and I'm gonna stop because I can go on for this. All right, we did all these CVS's, right? I'm an electrician, so we had a contract for CVS's. We did all these CVS's, and when we did CVS's around the white neighborhoods, you could tell the CVS's was clean, the buildings was clean. You seen motherfuckers coming out, they power washing them,
right?
Trash on the ground. Man, they sent us to some of them joints around DC and Baltimore, and some of them fucked the earth. It's trash everywhere. The building dirty, the service fucked up. The parking fucked up, motherfucking bums sleeping out back by the trash can and shit. We seen motherfuckers in the woods fucking. We on a ladder. We seeing 2 people back. They fucking. We seeing motherfuckers taking shits outside without wiping their ass. It's like every fucking thing we do, we put some hood ghetto shit on it and we fuck it up. Well, these aren't the best townhouses, but they good. So why you gotta fuck everything up? Even if you want to sell drugs or you want to do your thing outside, I ain't acting like I'm cool with that shit because you know I know we survive, but we gotta fuck up.
9 times out of 10, the motherfuckers that's doing it know they're not gonna be penalized for doing it, so that's why they do it. And
we'll let them do it too. Answer why you finishing your question. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna let you talk. I want you to answer this too. Why, as adults at our age, do we allow that too? And why do we still live by street codes that we're not even in the street for? Can you answer that for me? Because I can't figure it out.
Again, like it's just what
don't make sense.
It don't make sense, but it's just the only answer I can think of is it's a mindset, bro. Like it's not about not having respect or morals, because we don't equate those things with everyday living. We don't equate that it's respectful if you outside to throw trash away. Some kind of way the new generation doesn't equate that you don't sit outside and smoke a bunch of grass in front of a bunch of kids running outside, running around playing. You walk away from it and you go somewhere else and do that. But then you have people, the same people that will get angry and say that the police are harassing them because you're sitting outside doing something that warrants the police walking up or somebody calling the police. If a motherfucker see you outside in front of their house smoking weed and you do it every day, all day, every day, they might get fucking tired and say, you know what, let me call the fucking police. And then when that happens, then we get angry. Oh, the police, they profiling. They just that motherfucker, they got called there. Now, granted, some police do just be riding through the hoods and they may do some shit. But a lot of times when the police are there, it's because somebody fucking called them. And it's probably one of your neighbors that are tired of the bullshit. They're tired of you leaving trash in front of their house. They tired of you doing ghetto dumbass nigga shit. Everybody is not a ghetto dumbass nigga. And you have to understand that and respect that. If you want people to respect you for doing dumbass shit, then you have to respect the people who don't agree with the dumbass shit that you do. It's about a decision. We all, like I say that shit all the time. We all got a decision when we wake up every day to be positive or be negative. Every day you have a choice. Regardless of your circumstances, you have a choice every day to be positive or be negative, build or destroy. Every day. That is your choice. Nobody can take that choice from you. Nobody can force you to think another way. That is a choice. You make a choice every day to wake up and throw trash in your fucking neighborhood or walk over to the trash can and throw the shit away. You make a choice every day to do dumb shit that make people call the police. You have a choice every day to not do dumb shit to have the police around. It's too many people feeling like they don't have to be responsible because they fucking black or because they live in a fucking neighborhood that is considered the hood. You don't get a fucking pass for that. Keep your fucking neighborhood together. 20 wasn't always trashy and fucked up.
Never.
In town wasn't always trashy and fucked up. People make a choice to leave it fucked up because they're not held accountable. And they're so used to calling the hood the slums and the projects and this and that and having the ghetto mentality that comes along with that shit that it becomes implanted in the brains of our kids. And now our kids that watch us throw trash on the ground and do dumb shit, they think it's okay because we do. Whereas there was a time when the adults in the neighborhood, the niggas that did the dirt in the neighborhood, you weren't allowed to be around them. They will put a foot in your ass and they will tell you, get the fuck away from us. Go away. You ain't supposed to be over here. Take your ass wherever you supposed to go. They wasn't sitting like and we gotta get with that, yo. Like these niggas that's calling themselves OGs and whatever, what have you, yo. Like you niggas are fucking losing, yo. Badly. Y'all are fucking losing, bro. Like you niggas are not OGs. You niggas are not big homies. You niggas are not original gangsters. And you niggas are definitely not no fucking older guards. You niggas are some grown ass niggas that sit around in the neighborhoods and get high and get drunk. And you let these little kids do it because they're going to follow your dumb ass right into fucking oblivion. And then in the next 10 years, they're going to be sitting on that same fucking corner that you on right now, throwing blunt guts and fucking bottles and food wrappers and trash on the fucking ground, cussing out the neighbors that say something about it because they watched your dumb ass do it. You niggas are not fucking OGs. You niggas are not gangsters. You niggas are not big homies. Big homies and older guards lead the youngins in the right path, away from the shit that they did that may have caused a problem in their life. You niggas are not. You're not. And what y'all need to do is stop telling your kids to look up to these niggas. That's what y'all need to stop doing. I don't give a fuck if motherfuckers buy candy for the hood. The candy you buying for the hood, you ain't out there telling them little kids don't throw the fucking trash on the ground. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. You niggas that's out here acting like you doing shit for the hood, and the whole time you still selling cocaine and dope to they motherfucking mamas and daddies. That's the fucking problem. You niggas are the problem. You niggas are not helping at all. You don't help shit. You are part of the problem. You are the problem. I don't give a fuck what you do. I don't give a fuck how you whatever. And then you other people that's not in the, but you other motherfuckers that walk by and talk bad about these fucking kids and talk bad about their parents, but you won't walk up to the parents and tell the parents what you see their kids doing, but you'll sit out on your front fucking porch and wave at them and smile at them, and then when they walk by, talk bad about them. You motherfuckers are the problem too. You are the fucking problem too. Plain and simple. Like, this shit ain't just about the hood. This shit ain't just about how you was raised or where you was raised. This shit is about being a fucking human being. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I tell people all the time, if you ever see my kids out here doing some wild shit and you know that those my kids, pull them the fuck up and call me or call their mama. Don't watch them fuck up and get arrested and then go on Facebook and share the shit on live or talk about it like you motherfuckers do, because that's the shit y'all do. And that's why it's still trash. That's why it's fucking trash in the hood right now.
I hate it.
That's why it's trash on the ground in the hood right now. Because y'all too busy looking at other people and talking about how other people doing shit wrong. And you leaving your own fucking trash on the ground. Like, that shit is the worst, yo. For real, bro. But like again, like I said, it's a mindset, yo. Like, that's all it is, yo. Like, we have to, and the crazy part about it is we gotta stop kids, and we gotta stop praising these motherfuckers that's showing you flowers.
Hey, this shit skipping.
Is it?
Yeah, you can hear part of what you're saying.
Can y'all hear me better now? Maybe, I don't know. Is it still jumping in and out?
No, now you're good. I think.
Oh, it probably was the microphone.
Probably because you got so excited.
Yeah, yo, but nah, for real, man. Like, we gotta stop sitting back and giving ourselves a black pass and say, oh, we black, so it's okay that we doing the shit that we doing because we was conditioned to do it. Negativity. The fuck out of here. Like, motherfuckers, okay, perfect example. And I talk about this all the time, and it pisses people. Bill Cosby. Say what the fuck you want about him. But for 10 years, this month, I'm talking about when he did the Cosby Show. Was it 12 years? 10? I think the Cosby Show was only like 8 years. But when he did this, he made sure that he had a doctor, psychiatrist there to make sure that there was no negative images put out on his show. He did all of that to control the narrative. So, which is why I say we can do the same thing. But what we're going to have to do, if we really want to see a change, is we're going to have to put our feet on the ground and just be like, fuck everything else. And this is what we're going to do it for. But we also, the parents got to be a part of it too. Y'all have to be a part of it. You can't just leave it up to the teachers and the coaches and the youth directors and the camp counselors. You have to reinforce these things. You have to. You have to. And if you don't, we're going to continue to have the same shit going on. We're going to continue to have the same mindset. You have to. Now, I agree there are some parents who don't know how to be a parent because their parents didn't know how to be a parent. I get it. But then that's when you ask for help. It's okay. And like, that's something else we have to tell people. It's okay, Black people. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to say you need help with parenting, with bills, with food, with whatever. But at the same time, nobody's going to continuously help somebody that don't want to do anything. Like, I'm not going to help you get food if you just going to sell the shit so you can buy drugs. Like, I'm not going to help you with this if you're just going to turn around the moment I say I can't help you and shit on me. People get tired of that, yo. You know what I mean? And we have to, like I said, we have to change the narrative. But a lot of that narrative, like Jacqueline Gilbert said, a lot of that narrative starts there. It just does. It just does. The moment you become a parent, you lose the right to say, I don't know how to be a parent. The moment you become a parent, you can't say, I don't know. You can say, I need to learn, but you can't say, I don't know, because then it's going to always be, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You got to say, I'm learning. I need to learn. When I had my first child, Kamala had already been a mother. So she knew what to do. I didn't know what to do, but I never used that as an excuse either because I wasn't a father. This is my first time. All right. Everybody has everything in your life, you do something for the first time. Every day in your life, whether you 5 years old or you 55, every day of your life, you might do something different or something for the first time. You can't keep going back and saying, well, that was my first time after you done did it 15 or 16 fucking times. You can't still say, well, I don't understand it. You understand enough to tell me you don't understand it. If you understand that having unprotected sex makes a child, then you understand that you're going to become a fucking parent, which means you don't have the right to say, I don't know how to be a parent after 5 or 6 or 7 years. It's nothing that you can say. And we have to start changing that narrative. We have to change the narrative that it's okay to say you need to learn how to do better. It's all right. And we have to also stop judging people who want to do better. We are the only race, and I'm going to say this. We are the only race that says talking with proper English and doing all of your schoolwork and paying your bills on time is acting white. I don't never hear Jewish people say that. I don't never hear Chinese people say that. I don't never hear any other race say that but our people. Getting an education and speaking with proper English. Oh, you acting white. Oh, you think you white. Isn't the key?
But even if you have, you can be, a lady did this. She dressed like a hippie, right? She wore all that hippie them hippie clothes and everything. She had this dude come out with a suit on, freshly dressed, and when he came out, he gave all this information, and everybody stood at attention and listened. She came out with her hippie clothes on and all that stuff, and there was people in the back talking. You could see the attention wasn't there and everything. Dude did not have not near bit of education for the shit that he was talking to people about. And she was the one that was hosting the show and intelligent, got all the schooling, got her doctorates and everything. But they paid attention to him because the way he presented himself and how he was dressed. But he didn't have any education. And the only reason why I said that is because no matter what we show them, things won't change for us until we start showing it for ourselves. I get what you're saying about, speaking proper English and all that shit, but I don't speak proper English, but I'm very knowledgeable and I'm educated about stuff. But if they started talking to me, they would listen to a person that speaks proper English, and that bitch could have the worst information for you before they would even listen to me. I seen myself in situations with people when I was mentoring I felt uncomfortable being around when I first got to being a mentor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't speak proper English. Um, I am a hood dude, but I don't turn my hoodness off. I just don't act like an ass. I don't let being a dude from the hood make me act like an ass and be all loud and obnoxious everywhere I go. So I don't have to turn that shit off. This is me. What you see is me. The
Right.
same way I talk to y'all, I talk at work. I just don't use as many cuss words when I'm in customers' houses because I'm not representing me. I'm representing J.M. Mullen. So out of respect for him, because he pays me, also treat me good, I talk to people without the cuss words the same way I am. I don't switch up. I don't try to find words that I don't need. I don't do
Right.
none of that
Right.
shit.
Right.
So what our thing is, um today I heard some stuff where they was talking about it really hit me because it was talking about how who taught us to hate ourselves. Um my head peasy as shit, right? And a motherfucker that wear a weave all the time be the main one talking about how peasy hit my head is. You can't walk out your house without makeup on, but you talk about how peasy my head is. You don't talk about my education. You talk about what's being presented to you. You don't listen to me. If I walked in there with with this shit on that I got on, like I got a Happy Father's Day shirt on. You know what I'm saying? But that's my whole family on there. I gotta dress, I gotta wear a suit for y'all to want to hear me. If I gotta wear a suit to make y'all listen to me, I don't want to wear a suit. I don't want you to hear me because I don't know how to fake anymore. I don't know how to be fake. I knew how to fake when I was out there running around being in them streets, fighting and shit all the time. That was fake. I was fake when I was out there selling drugs and being hateful. I was fake then. That shit ain't me. That thug shit ain't me. That's a fake out. When it comes to the real person who I am, I can't be that motherfucker because I ain't accepted in society. Because like I say, I don't speak the way y'all speak. I damn sure ain't gonna start getting in no crowd of a bunch of people and start talking like I can speak proper because I can't. I don't know how to talk proper. I don't act proper. So when I get around that shit, I'd rather shut the fuck up than say to start trying to put words together. Like sometimes when T.I. talk, I don't know what the fuck T.I. talking about. He keep using all these big ass words. He sounds stupid as shit. When you could just say go get something, he add all this shit, man. But the thing, my whole point is always trying to be acceptable by other people's standards instead of living up to our own standards and the way that we are and realize that we are a fucked up race. We're behind everybody. And once we start accepting each other and stop bashing each other for little petty ass shit and hating on each other for every fucking thing, or even blaming everything on everybody else, we'll never get around, never get ahead. I don't see how the black community can thrive with the mentality of these people that's surrounding us, that's surrounding me. Because
Yeah.
it even takes me out of my character. Like I said, I used to pick dog shit up. When I first moved here, we never had a mess. It was more elderly people here. It was more peaceful, it was more quiet. Not bashing the people that live around me, but all right, y'all say y'all raising y'all kids. In the summertime, on a Saturday, when I wake up, your kids, I'll be up early. I get up at 6 o'clock, but I don't get out the bed. I hear your kids outside 9 o'clock. I look outside. I know their voices. At 8 o'clock at night, I still hear your kid. Between 9 o'clock and 8 o'clock at night, your kid been up this way. How in the fuck is you raising your child?
Oh man. Oh man. That's real shit.
We had a community day down 20, right? From the time we got down 20, these kids helped us set up. Until the time we left, I didn't see these kids leave, and I did not see their parents come up there. I'm down the street with Mr. Mikey. If my son told me the first thing I would do was walk up there, I might not even approach you and just see what's going on, and they might go back in the house. The only time they called their kid was when they called their kid and say, "Is the food ready? Can you bring me a hot dog?" We told them, "Nah, tell your parents to come out here. They won't come out." "Boy, you don't get your ass over there. Get me a hot dog and a hamburger." They told me tell you. They come back tell her. They told me tell you you can't get no food unless you come out there get it yourself. You can see a motherfucker storming across the parking lot, mad as shit because their kid couldn't bring her nothing.
Oh well.
My point, fuck all that. I get it. How are you raising your children when they outside for so many fucking hours? You didn't even come check, see, what if I was a killer? What if I was a child molester? What if I snatched them kids up and put them in the back of a truck and hauled ass?
Real shit, bro. Real shit.
You know what
I
I'm
agree
saying?
with you. I agree with you 100%, man. But again, like that's that at
It's
some
crazy.
point, that's that mindset, yo. And like the fact that you had them kids go tell their parents, nah, you gonna have to go get it. They won't let me bring it to you. Like that's what we gotta do, yo. Like that's the hard truth. Like, bitch, come out the house. Come out of the house and get a like see the community. You know what I mean? Show your kids that you care about the shit that they doing. And that's what it is. That's why these kids get lost. Because the outside people can only do so much. That's why I said we can't leave it up to coaches and teachers and mentors to do it all. We can't. We can't. We can't. We have to be able to reinforce some of these things at home. And if you can't, then like I said, the hood is going to continue to be tore up and shit all over the place. And that mindset is going to stay in play.
We pay, and when I say we, I always dress our community as us because I'm part of the community. I got my flaws. I'm not trying to act like I'm no perfect person. I don't give a fuck when nobody say I do not litter. But our community will pay a guest speaker to come in and y'all sit around and pay full attention, but cuss out a football coach, cuss out a basketball coach.
That cosign.
They pay for a guest speaker to come and talk to our kids about the shit that we see every day that they don't even see.
That's wild.
But we'll pay a motherfucker to come in there and speak, and they don't even come to the hood, and they don't even know shit going on in the hood except for what people are talking about. We pay people to come walk around, to sit down and talk to our little boys and girls and say, y'all need education. Everybody already know that shit. They tell us the problems that's going on in the hood. They already know there's problems going on in the hood. When are we going to find solutions? The only solution, and it's the only one word, and it's just my thoughts on it. There's only one word, and it's unity. That's the only thing that we haven't been able to do. Slavery time, they forced us not to be united. If you look at every rebellion, they make all these slave movies, but they don't make all the rebellions. It was over 200 some rebellion by slavery, by slaves, and we only seen one of them in a movie. That's the only one we ever talked about, right?
Yeah.
Every time we united, they kill off our leaders. Dr. King, Marcus Garvey, everybody. I mean, you know, they kill our leaders in front of us.
Facts.
So why in the fuck do we keep appointing people to be leaders? You put that leader out there with a target on them instead of everybody being a leader in their own community. Don't put me on. I don't want to be no fucking community leader. Because as soon as I say something and they make y'all turn against me, everybody turn against me. If I speak with one voice for us all, we all got a target on us. So now you can't push me out front, or I can't push you out front. We don't need no fucking community leaders.
You know, because we can't share the spotlight, bro. Somebody has to be the face so that they can get all the credit for it, yo. That's what like you said, unity. Like somebody told me that a long time ago, man. Eddie Conway, former Black Panther, said we need leaderless coalitions. We need groups of people with the same mindset that want to make shit happen and get shit done for our people, right, and not have to worry about somebody wanting to have the spotlight. Everybody picks somebody to speak to the media, and the same person don't have to speak to the media every time. You know what I mean? So that way everybody is a part of it, yo. But like, we don't want to do that, bro. Like, we don't want to do that. Like, we don't want to say, all right, all right, Mike, your idea was a little bit better than mine.
Right.
So we're going to go with your idea. You know what I mean? We ain't even got to say it was your idea. But we're going to go with your idea. But the moment somebody feels like you're getting too much light, and people probably don't even know it's your idea, except for the people in the group. But the fact that you're getting that light from the people in that group, that's what causes the dissension. Plain and simple. And we've conditioned ourselves to believe that even as a group, one of us has to be the alpha. And if I don't want you to be, I'm going to do everything I can to fuck you over from getting it. I'm not going to give a valid reason as to why you shouldn't and I should, but I'm going to do some dirty, underhanded shit that's going to fuck you over. Because I want the spotlight. And then when you get the spotlight and shit go bad, then you want to fall back and say, oh, that ain't I just got the spotlight. So it really wasn't my fault. Nah.
You remember when I created KIR, right? And then certain individuals wanted to be the president. I didn't even want to be the president. I just created the group. But they got upset when I said, no, we don't need nobody else to be president. Because the only reason why I said that, because KIR was my invention. KIR was my idea.
Right.
So I wanted to stay the way I wanted it to go.
I can dig it.
And if you didn't want to be a part of it, you should have started your own thing and did it that way. That's why I never let nobody else run over top of it, because before that person and people were saying the things that they were saying to try to, oh, we should vote on being presidents, then everybody else say, yeah. I didn't ask you, I put you in the group, right? I didn't say, let's start KIR so we can have my ideas, and then maybe 6 months from now, we can have it your way. No, we're going to do things my way. That's why I created it, because I don't like the way y'all do things. That's why I didn't stay on regular Facebook. So I got a lot of backlash on it. I took it on the chin because, I take shit on the chin. But I also,
I was the one deleting everybody. Like, if
that's
they
right.
ain't know, if they ain't know, I was the one deleting all y'all motherfuckers. If you was in KIR, you got deleted, I probably deleted you.
All of my friends was pissed off at me for you doing that. Right? But I said, to keep the integrity of the group, I didn't even want to do that shit. But y'all was like, if they don't vote, they gotta go. I mean, if they don't post, they gotta go. So why it was written on a thing. So why you put me out, but you kept my girl? I was friends with your girl before I was friends with you. I didn't tell you get in the group and not post. So just because you're my friend, I'm supposed to let you violate the rules? When you have your own thing, you don't let me violate rules. I don't even try to violate your rules. I try to go along with the way stuff go. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, like, I be trying to make points about stuff, but the whole thing is this. When we do things and we trying to benefit for us, our whole race, my ideas aren't the same as yours. So why the fuck do I need to speak for all of y'all? It's not good.
I get it.
It's like, I love Dr. King, right? But there's no way I would have followed Dr. King. Because there's no way I would have been able to keep going out there and get my ass whipped.
Real shit.
I would have protected him. And if it was for him to keep my kids alive, I would have protected him and been a soldier for him. But I would have to be like Dr. King. At first sight of somebody acting an ass, I'm going to throw hands. You know what I'm saying?
You go ahead swing on this nigga, Doc.
Yeah, right. All I'm saying is we need to stop letting people speak for us. Stop letting people stand for us. Because once you put him in front of you, you stand behind him. I don't know if you caught that.
No, I got exact. That's why, I mean, ultimately at a certain point, that's why the Panthers was so effective, yo. Because they moved as a unit.
And they destroyed them. Just like I said earlier, they took away every fucking thing we tried to do to benefit us, to help our own people, to make our people strive in this world. They take it from us, and then they kill our leaders and they destroy them right in front of our faces.
Facts.
The greatest leader that we have right now, and people will say what they want, the smartest person I met, smartest black person I ever seen, is Louis Farrakhan. Say what you want about the man, but the man did something that no other black person did. He educated himself and he built an army around himself so he can deliver his message. He don't get funded by nobody, so he can't be censored. And he has an army around him. And he has an army around him. And he has an army around him. All that shit Farrakhan talking. How many times you heard an attack on his life?
Never.
Why?
Because they ain't fucking with Farrakhan. Ain't nobody going over fucking with Farrakhan, man. They can talk all the shit. They can talk all the shit they want about him. Ain't nobody going over there fucking with him, yo. Only way that would happen. Only way that would happen. That would have to be an inside job, yo.
They ain't done.
No, hell no. But and like I said, man, like we just in a time where that type of format just don't work no more. Like I'm the leader. I speak for black people. We tired of this shit. We tired of this shit. We tired of this shit. But nah, like, and that's why I said, man, like at the end of the day, we can work together. We just gotta be able to do that shit. And until we can do that shit, like we're gonna continue to see the same negative stereotypes, the same issues. And like I said, that's why I want to change that narrative with this. Yo, like my plans, my eventual plan is to have this be not only a podcast, but also an informative resource tool for people to use to get to other resources. And that's why I want to do that live job fair. I really think it could work. But before that, I do got to talk to some people. I want to talk to some people at the Workforce Development Office and see if I can have them come on, because I feel like we need to have our people explaining to our people that may not know, this is what you need to do if you want to look for a job. This is the things that you need to do. These are the things that you can use to learn how to do a resume. These are the people you can talk. You know what I mean, yo? Like, I just feel like it could work. I thought about it today, and I feel like this shit could work. I feel like I give, like I said, I get 10 employees or however many. They don't have to all be on the screen at the same time. And I give each of them 5 minutes to go on here, talk about the company and what they're looking for a candidate, leave their information. We post the email information in the comments, and people can send their resume.
One thing we do when we at work, we always tell people, if you think about it, do it. Don't wait on it. Don't play. Don't bullshit with it. Do it. Because this you created this. You know what I mean? I'm proud to be a part of it. But this is your baby. So you gotta take that shit as far as you want to go, with or without me. I'm always be with you. You know what I mean? Because I love ideas. I love being on here. But the thing is that I be telling you is, when it comes to stuff like this, just like I said with KIR, that was my baby. And you see how I did it? I ran that shit the way I wanted it.
Right.
Man, you called me up, we discussed shit. Other people was in my ear the same time you was in my ear, but they didn't have all good intentions. I knew who had good intentions. Just because I was friends with them longer than I was friends with you, it didn't make a difference, because you was being more of a friend to me. They was talking about how we was friends forever, just because we lived in the same neighborhood. Some of that shit we grew out of.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, with this shit, this your baby. You created this shit. Take that shit to as far as you want it to go.
Yeah, I'm gonna holler.
With it, just do it.
I'm gonna do that over the weekend. Holler at a couple people and see about how to get that on the move. But Tuesday,
if don't nobody watch, one last thing, if don't nobody watch, at least you tried. You can't say you ain't tried.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's on them to take it up. It's on them to pick it up, and we got a job fair here. Y'all crying about motherfucker can't get a job. You can get yourself together and go right down the bus station and learn how to drive buses.
Facts. And like I said, I want to provide that. I'm gonna work on that though over the weekend. But Tuesday, we got we got the coaching conversation part 2 on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm gonna post a flyer tomorrow. I want everybody to start sharing this. We're gonna have a discussion, and I really think that as many people, especially if your child is involved in youth sports, I really think you should watch this conversation. And then I gotta reschedule with Sonny. I think today was his birthday, so he's out of town. That motherfucker always on the move anyway. But shout out again to Sonny Barnes. But I'm gonna work on this. I'm definitely gonna work on the job fair joint. But and I did find a endocrinologist for the year end health joint. So now I gotta make sure I line it up with Terry and Dr. Bede, because I want, like I said, I want to have all three of them on here for the year end joint. And I gotta holler at Bug again too about the financial, because I want her to come through and do like financial moments. You know what I mean? Like little 5-minute clip where she just talk about certain shit. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what I mean, like making this shit almost like a news channel. But again, bro, I love you. I appreciate everything, man.
Oh,
And yeah, you already know, man. And we for the most part, y'all, we've been rocking for a year now, yo. It's been over a year. We started September 6th, 2021. And we've been rocking for over a year now, so shit working out like it's supposed to. We appreciate y'all. Wow.
shit crazy. Do your job. All right, B, love you, man.
All right, B, love you back, B. I'll holler at you.
All right, I'll call you tomorrow.
All right.
All right, much love always, Batman. Let's see.
Already, people, we holler at y'all.